How you doing? Guess what? 86cc 372 is running. Got it. Loving it. That's the way to go, right? I'm going to share a few of the details of the build in just a second. I am going to start the saw. First, the very first thing, I want to thank Ryan at Wolf Creek Saw Shop. Ryan, without you helping this channel, this build wouldn't happen. Well, just not as nice, not as easy. You got to break a few eggs to make something happen, okay? This is the beginning of something really awesome. Just the beginning. Believe what I'm telling you. And I'll share that with you in a minute. This is a fairly big bore compared to the stroke. It's a 36 millimeter stroke, 55 millimeter bore. I'm also going to be doing one in 56 millimeter and one in 58. And I'll cover that in just a minute. So let's just see if it cooperates. I did have it running. I cheated, guys. You just go, whoa, like a big black Chevrolet. Hey, it's kind of what we created, isn't it? It really is. This build has been very interesting. I'm going to tell you that right now. It has not been up front. There was nothing easy about it. The first time, if you need cylinders, parts for your saw, please give Ryan a visit at Wolf Creek Saw Shop. He's been so good to us. He really has. And he'll be good to you too. I'll promise you that. Ryan, if you have a problem with anything, and that happens occasionally with even OEM, just guarantee you. All you do is contact him, boom. And that's it. He doesn't ask questions, just sends you another one. And don't take advantage of that, guys, but you know, do what's right. You can get a hold of him at wolfcreeksawshop@gmail.com. Hopefully that helps you. On that last video, what happened was I posted it. It wasn't even an hour later. Dave Smith from Chainsaw Conservation Components called me. He's the one I get my Weisco racing pistons from. It's him. He says, Harvey, I think you're onto something. I am glad to see this done. I know it's going to work for you. He says, here's what I am doing. This is where it benefits you guys. I am going to have Weisco build a piston just to put a 390 cylinder on a 372. That's it. I says, really? I just need somebody to use. I says, when you get them, you send them. It takes a bit, probably 2-3 months maybe. I will make a video showing exactly what you run into, what moves you make, and how to make it right so it does exactly like this one. Okay? I will. I'll share this with you because I love you guys. And you're my friends. You're my family. Yeah, you're like my children. And some of you might even be my grandpa. I don't have a grandpa left, but I'll adopt somebody. I don't care. Bill Block. How you doing, buddy? in the hospital. Not feeling too good, huh? He said, been having a little trouble, Bill has. And his dad, Bobby boy, I talked to him on the phone this morning. In his 80s. Just Australian freaking tough. That's what that man is. Just like Bill. I hope you get better, Bill. I really do. There is a bunch more small channels I'm going to be mentioning. Well, a few more anyway. I noticed somebody says, well, you didn't mention Tin Man. Well, he's not a small channel. He's not. Everybody assume that Buck and Billy and Tin Man is bigger. I want to give attention to you smaller guys. And if you think you got something I want to see, and you're trying hard to get off the ground, let me watch. I just like to watch. Okay, I don't give everybody a shout out. I just can't do it. But I mean, that's all I'd be doing. But Sawfest in October, Marysville, Ohio, 14th and 15th. You know what? I got a sheet in on a table. I'm going to give you all the contact information. I'm going to give you the link to get all that information. I want to see you guys, many of you guys there. I want to meet you. I want to shake your hands. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Indiana Doug has got a little information on his channel. Just go over and check out Indiana Doug, and he'll probably get you going the right direction. They're on Facebook, but I'll get that information. The very next video, I'll make all this happen. I was prepared, now I find out I'm not. Okay, this build. What you have to do, I'll tell you right now. Where the cylinder goes down into the cases, that has to be machined out. Okay? It does. And you have to relocate the holes in the cylinder. On this one, what I did was I just elongated the holes. The bolt pattern is just slightly large, okay? I brought everything in just a little. Take a gasket, lay it out, and this can be done fairly easy. Okay, piston. What I did, you have to have a lathe for this and how to use it. And it's got to be an accurate lathe. Don't mess around with something that's wore out. You'll have trouble with this. Turn an MS661 piston 1 millimeter. I went just a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. I wanted a little extra fit, and but take a millimeter off of it, basically. That's what you got to do. And 42 thousandths off my crown on my piston. I got a pop-up, so I made a bigger pop-up. So I thumped just a little bit. And I was today been building a pipe for it. You know how things go. Lose this, forget that. Where'd that go? This is Friday for me. Fridays are like some of you guys is Monday. But I'll tell you what I did do. I got some regular exhaust pipe. We put it in a little lathe, and I got the pieces turned to make this out of. Building a key to the bush for Buck and Billy. This is a prototype. This ain't leaving. This ain't what I'm building Buck in, okay? Do you really want to know? I'll tell you. I'm going to build a 95cc version of this 86cc for Buck and Billy to carry to the Paul Bunyan show in Ohio in first week of October. If you want to see it run, be there. I'm sure he always puts on a show. I mean, he just knows how to, but he's got to have the right pipe. Now, I generally don't use this size material, and you can't get this size in thin wall, so I had to, you know what I had to do. And we're building this one slightly different. We're going to put a riser on it. And instead of coming up 90 degrees, you're going to run 60 degrees. Pair of chainsaw wrenches. Whacked off right there. Make something really beautiful. My one problem I had, when I was so sick, all last year and some of the year before, is stress. Some of it was stress. And I'll tell you, I drove so hard to try to get through not feeling good. I'm not doing that now. I'm going to be at peace with everything I do. I am doing this. My blood pressure is in fantastic shape now. I am on medication. I will be the rest of my life. Oh well. Diet's doing really good. I'm telling you, guys, if you're getting ready to turn 62 like I am and you hurt like a bugger and you're as overweight as I was, and I still am, I'm still pretty fat. I'm fluffy. Let's just call it fluffy. I like fluffy better. I really do. Guys, this has been a real chore. I'm going to have a 390 carburetor on this. Okay, I think this would be a nice size. Right now, it's got a 372 because my 390 carburetor, I couldn't get it to work. And I really got tired of messing with it yesterday. So I grabbed the carburetor out of the bucket and I says, boom, I'm not even cleaning it. I'm sick of cleaning carburetors and not having them work. Threw the ugliest, crustiest, looked worse than that. Carburetor on this thing, bam, bam, worked perfect. The air cleaner is in place. The carburetor is in an exact right location. I think I showed that in the last video. This is a win-win, okay? Proof of concept. It's done. It is absolutely done. And goodness sakes, I've already babbled for 11 minutes. I can't believe I can do that. Barb had to go to the doctors today, so she's going with her daughter, Missy. Missy's got bone cancer. She had it for a bit. I don't think it's going to be an excellent outcome. So they're spending some time together, which is good. That puts me out here with you guys. I thought I was going to have to drive her to Elmira, which is an hour away. Away we go. Have a nice little saw that I want to run this weekend. I'm telling you, I've got Dan Caminetti's 372 here. Over on the shelf in the other room, I got a 395. Dan, I'm sorry I didn't get to him. I am running saws. I somehow will. We've got chain that we want to test. I've got a whole pile of logs that's got to be cut up. Something's got to happen. And I got a little project for Barb that she left me alone all week. She's hard. Come this weekend, you know, the three of us, she got a mouse in her pocket. We got something we're doing. I said, okay, all right. She's been really good. Boy, she's been cooking good. Trouble is, I can't have the diabetes, the bread, the starches, no sugar. I get 1 day a week on the weekend generally. I'll cheat, but I don't overindulge when I cheat. I'll have a baked potato. I'll have something that is really not like it's supposed to. As long as 3 days in a row, my diabetes has been good. But I'm gonna tell you a little something. Let me tell you a story, and this is true. And I'm glad Barb's gone because she walked in on me. She'd get a little upset. That or she'd start laughing. You never know what they're gonna do you? You never know. What it was, she had bunions. And this is when she was working, and it was 20 years ago at least 20, 25 years ago. I know I was logging full tilt. She says, no, Doc, you're not going to do 1 foot and then 6 weeks later do the other. She says, I'm off during the summer. She was one of them lunch ladies, worked in the cafeteria in the school system. You know, them crazy kind with a hair that, you know. Yeah, that's what she was. Well, I'm stuck with her. Good for me, huh? It is. She said, I go off during the summer. You do both at once or I'll go find another doctor. He goes, well, it's not, you know, you'll need health care. Oh, I got Harv. Who's that? She's my significant other. Well, fine. Call me what you will. I don't care. And I am in a good mood, aren't I? Yes. Got lots of energy, too. Talk about that in a minute. So, against his better judgment, he figured old Harv must be able to handle it. She says he can pick me up. He's a logger. He'd pick me up and carry me anywhere I want to go. She says, I'm not going to have any trouble. Okay. Is he going to be around? She says, he'll be around anytime I need him. I know it. And I was. Well, she had her surgery. Woke up all dopey. Got both feet up in the air in this wheelchair. And all wrapped up. Yeah, looked terrible. Pin sticking out, there's a little cast is what they do, and then they wrap that. So we got her. I picked her up, put her in the truck, and I wonder which one I was driving then. I know I was a truck. So I put her in the truck, got her home. We had a wheelchair. Give us a wheelchair to use. So where our driveway was, it's a 2-lane road, but you had to drive down over a little 20-foot bank, about that steep, It wasn't bad. You just take then off into the yard, and then up on the deck and in the house. Okay? I was kind of a bugger in the winter. That's why you wanted 4-wheel drive and something to plow yourself out. When you get 3 foot of snow, that was kind of rough getting up out of there if you didn't have a plan, which I always did. And so I get her in that wheelchair. And we're going along, and all of a sudden, a rock caught that one front tire of that wheelchair and jerked me. At the same darn time, I tripped on my shoelace. Guess what? Whoa! The way that wheelchair went down that grade. And I'm going to tell you what, Barb can really sing, But I will tell you what, she hit an octave I'd never, ever heard her hit before. She let out war whoops. Harf, 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 harf. And away she went. How come a wheelchair could go across level ground as fast as they can? It was a hard driveway, I got to admit that. Boy, I'll tell you what, she was traveling. She didn't forget that. We was talking about that this morning. And she says, that's all right. She says, Harv, I've never forgot it. There's going to come a day that I'm going to be taking care of you for whatever reason. Oh, but it was 25 years ago. I don't need all that. Anyway, that's love, man. That's relationships. But, you know what? 3 weeks later, a man wouldn't even know what happened if it was him. No. Not women. They have a file card. That SOB done this on such a date. They know the time, not just the date and the year, but the time it happened and what the weather was. And they'll stack all of this stuff up. All these little faux pas, let's just call them what they are, Not crises, that's what women call them. Faux pas, bad things you've done to me. They stack them in file cards way back here somewhere just above the right ear. And they're not going to forget. So, and I'll tell you what they use them for. They save them forever. They use them to bail themselves out of a lurip. You'll know what a lurip is. So, what they do is she'd be driving your vehicle. Like, at the time, I had a Cadillac Eldorado, and I gotta admit, it was a nice car. What happened there? Well, there's a door ding, but there's a dent. Like that. What happened to my car? I mean, it's a red Eldorado, Yeah, that was a pretty nice car. Of course, it's leather interior, Bose sound system, and straight pipes on it. I was that kind of guy back then. Well, you son of a gun, you remember that wheelchair thing, blah, 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 blah. It's like, whoa. I'm never going to forget that. You did that deliberately, and I know, no, it was an accident. And then it leads to another and another. You forgot that fender, right? If you're smart, you forgot the dent in that fender, okay? Pick your battles wisely, men. Let's talk about Chad Jackson. Chad Jackson, a couple weeks ago, Lumberjackson, he got a saw, this 372 I built him, and he got running it some. He hasn't run a lot, but he's running some. He made a video. Go over to Lumberjackson's channel and check out him running Iron Horse 372. It's one of the latest videos he did. He's a crazy bugger. I'll tell you what he did. I would have done it. I wouldn't have thought it was possible. He was noodling, cutting lengthwise in an oak log about in that hot Georgia sun for over a year. Well, you know, oak's pretty easy to cut when it's green standing. But you let that lay out in the sun long, like especially in the state of Georgia, that stuff shrinks an inch and gets hard. All of you guys know that live in hardwood territory. But it's nice cutting when it's green. Yes, it is. 38-inch bar, full house, noodling. He's throwing sawdust forward 15 feet, 20 feet. Yes, he is. He plugged his chain guard. It's just ripping forward. I was like, how is this even possible? And he did it with that saw building. And I was doing it good. I was just dumbfounded. Chad, you've told me many times thank you and that you're happy. I am so glad you're happy. I really like it. Go check him out. It's just a little short, like a minute and a half, but it's pretty interesting. At least I thought it was. I built the darn thing. Okay. I know you guys want to know what we're going to do. Actually, Chad is hooking me up with an expert top cover because obviously we have this little thing we got to cover. It's you know what I mean. It's like that black thing goes on, that white thing goes in the center. I get him to do it. I'm gonna laugh. Spark plug boot gets in the way. I just may polish that cylinder. We might do a little artwork on it. What do you think? I think that's a good idea. I think this prototype saw that I put many different cylinders and combinations in, it just got locked down to what it's going to be. That's the way it is. It is. Quite a neat little size. Maybe if I get my ducks rolling, I can find some more 372s, which I'm looking for parts. I'll take a bowl at this point. I think it would be kind of neat that if one of you guys, once we know this is good, maybe one of you guys will get this down the road. Let's see how that works. Sometimes you got to pay your dues, right? Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's not easy. It's not easy the first time. When we get a piston from Dave, you're going to have all the info you need to be able to do this. I'll give it to you. I'll give you exactly and show you, and we'll do one together. How's that? But I can take the saw, I can stroke crankshafts, I can go 2 millimeters on a 372 crank. We can go 56, 55, 56, and 58 millimeter bore in these. I can get some of the darndest combinations you ever seen. I can get 86, 88 cc, 90 cc, 94 cc, 95 cc, and the big boy is 100 cc. It's 100 plus, but let's just call it 100 cc. So we have potential. Here's where I'm nervous. Where is that crank going to break? You know, on the clutch side. I know what causes it. Yanking on the darn thing with your hand on the throttle. If you're pinched, or real jumpy rakers, like, the chain's all messed up. Things like that, it's not going to take. With a 36 millimeter stroke, I have an idea that the best build we're going to have is this very one at 86 cc, using a 55 millimeter bore for the 390. I think this is going to be the nicest all around. No matter what you do, we're not going to build terrible amount of heat, especially if we leave the hood off. That's got to help some, don't it? Artwork. What are we going to do on this one for artwork? We got to do something, guys. We'll figure it out, won't we? And we'll do it together. Be interesting. Okay. I really, really appreciate all of the emails I've got. I appreciate all of the comments. I'm going to try my darndest in the morning to go through and answer as many comments as I can. So if you ask a question, especially, you keep an eye. I'm going to go over the last 200-300 and try. I'm terrible. I can't see, and I got a one finger peck method. Doesn't work very, but I'll do my best. I will. I promise. I read all the comments, and I'm happy you're all here, and I love you guys very much. I really, truly do. Hope to see you at Sawfest. And if you want to see the saw I'm building for Buck and Billy for the Paul Bunyan Show, be there in October in Ohio. You'll see it. And I might just carry something kind of along these lines right here as a personal saw to Sawfest with me. And just pass it around, let people have fun. This is what it's all about, guys. Let's enjoy each other's company. Get to know each other. It's very important. Thank you. Goodbye.